Welcome back to the 2016-2017 NBA preview, the last one for this year. I know,
we did it.
It's sad. It's so sad, man. But we're covering the best team, the best projected team this upcoming season, the Golden State Warriors. My name is Joshua Enviers, and with me, you guys already know.
How's it going, guys? This is the King of the Fourth Quarter. Welcome to the last episode of the NBA preview.
The last episode. We've definitely come a long way. A lot of hard work of recording and editing and doing all these transitions that I did.
Part. I just
and
thank
you. Yeah, thank you for coming along for the ride and helping me do this preview and making it more entertaining for the viewers, you know. So, covering the Golden State Warriors. This Golden State Warriors team did a lot last season. Let's take a look at what they did. Obviously, breaking Michael Jordan's Bulls record of 73-9, beaten by one win, but unfortunately they were not able to win a championship like Mike. And some people may call it a failure, and some people may call it a success.
Right, yeah. And I'm like in the middle because, of course, that record is ridiculous. They should not lose credit for that because that is an incredible feat. But they didn't top it off with the championship, so I don't even know if I would consider them the best team in history. It's a big dilemma. It's a big dilemma.
It's impressive.
It definitely is impressive. But I think it may have bit them not resting their guys end of the season. Playoffs comes around. It seems like they're drained. They're losing more games at this point.
Steph Curry definitely didn't show up in the finals.
Yeah. It just... And he got injured in the second round? First or second round? So
I wouldn't say the injury caused it. I would just say just the amount of playing time in the regular season finally caught up to them, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, either way, that record is ridiculous. I'm not going to knock them for that. So, yeah, that's just one of the few things that happened to them last season.
And speaking of the record, last season, Steve Kerr was out for a good majority of the season. And Luke Walton just sat there and said, hey, if you want to be an NBA coach, just go to the best team that has the best chemistry and just sit there and say, all right, you go in the corner, you do your thing, and I'll drop a play if we're like in crunch time or something, you know. Just X's and O's. So Luke Walton did an amazing job with his Golden State Warriors team, filling in for Steve Kerr. Didn't get any credit, but he did get a Los Angeles Lakers coaching job. So yeah, good for him. Good for him. He's getting money. Steph Curry won unanimous MVP, dropping around averaging 30 points plus per game, which is absolutely crazy. He was an amazing regular season player, but when it came to the finals and playoff times, he was very, very inconsistent, and his team had to carry him a lot.
Yeah. But unanimous MVP, when I first heard that, I was like, that's impossible. You just think about all the great players in NBA history. You would have thought that someone had done it before, especially Mike, since he's considered the best of all time. But first here in Steph Curry, and that's amazing. That's amazing.
I feel like just the way Steph Curry was able to score, nobody else was able to do that ever.
Right.
So once Steph Curry won unanimous MVP, apparently every other player getting awards won unanimous something, like Karl Anthony Towns, unanimous Rookie of the Year. We're just throwing the word unanimous out around apparently in the NBA. So this Golden State Warriors team last season was a major success, even though they did not win a championship at the end of it. And some may say it wasn't a success, considering they didn't win a championship.
Yeah, it's just depending on how you see it. Definitely depends on how you see it.
So moving on to the offseason moves for this Golden State Warriors teams. If you don't know, they acquired one of the best NBA players in the league. Not the best. Not the best. Yeah, let's not get it twisted.
Top 3 maybe.
Top 5 is safe to say. Kevin Durant. They acquired Kevin Durant, David West, and Zaza Pachulia, and a whole bunch of other guys for like veterans minimum. Lost Harrison Barnes, rebounding and bench depth because the other guys that they lost are really forgettable. And drafted Damian Jones at number 30 and Patrick McCaw at number 38. When I saw they drafted Patrick McCaw, I immediately thought Brandon Rush replacement, and well, it just so happened to be that way.
Yeah, July 4th, Kevin Durant set the world on fire when he announced that he was leaving OKC, and then some OKC fans proceeded to burn his jersey. So, I mean, that is just amazing to me. I did not expect him to leave at all, and if he did leave, I was not expecting him to go to what seemed like the best team last year. So, team just got better, and it's scary to even say that considering how good they were last year, and that's why they're number 1 on our list right now.
True. The funny thing is about the whole Kevin Durant offseason, I'm probably gonna get some flack for this, but I just love hopeful Boston fans saying they're gonna get everybody. They're gonna get Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler, Blake Griffin, DeMarcus Cousins. That was hilarious. That was a hilarious time in the offseason. And it kind of makes me hate offseasons because there's a whole lot of rumors that have uncredible sources that people just pick up with and run. That's my biggest gripe with the offseason, but I'm not mad at Kevin Durant for going to this Golden State Warriors team.
No,
a
a
lot of people say you can't compare Kevin Durant and LeBron James for what they did because Kevin Durant went to an already winning team that didn't need him. While LeBron James, he went to a team that wasn't as much winning as the Warriors. So it's kind of, it's kind of up in the air whether or not you agree or disagree with the whole Kevin Durant essentially pulling a LeBron James. But I definitely don't blame him. This man wants to win a championship. And he made the best move possible to try to win a championship. The base god curse is lifted. Lil B approves.
Yeah, he's in the Bay Area now, so him and Lil B can go get lunch occasionally. I'm not upset with him leaving at all either. The way I see it, when LeBron left, everybody was heated. Everyone was upset, but now we look back on it and we say, okay, it's not that bad. And I think fans that are mad at this point are going to do the same thing if Kevin Durant turns out to win a couple rings there. So right now, he may be under a lot of flack by the occasional fan, but as long as he wins rings, if he gets to that point, it'll be all worth it.
And I feel like it's the whole media thing as well, because the media bases how good a player is by championships. That's why LeBron left. He wanted to show that, hey, I'm the best player in the NBA, so let me go win some championships to shut everyone up. And I feel like Kevin Durant wants to do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's his mindset. He said before he even decided that whatever he did that offseason was strictly a basketball decision. And it seems like he probably have made the best one he could.
All the veterans chasing rings as well did the best decision they could. Put some respect on David West's name. That's all I'm saying. Calling him a ring chaser. Okay, we know that, but come on. Let this man win. So moving on to the rotation for this Golden State Warriors team. The projected starting lineup looks to be Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, and Zaza Pachulia. A very, very amazing starting five if you look past the whole Zaza Pachulia thing. He got more votes than Draymond for the All-Star game, so, he just might make the All-Star team, the starting rotation for the All-Star team now that he's on the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, he's got the Bay Area and his home country behind him, so Definitely. Maybe it'll happen.
And the internet, too. The internet that loves to troll.
Yeah.
So, looking at this bench, Sean Livingston, Patrick McCaw, Andre Iguodala, David West, and Damian Jones. That's not a bad bench, in my opinion.
No, still definitely a top bench in the league. A lot of people said that their bench depth kind of suffered with signing KD. They did lose a couple pieces, but still overall, a really, really good bench there.
Yeah,
so
they were able to sign veteran guys for the veterans minimum. So it definitely shows. Like this is a really good bench for having all these superstars in the rotation.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see how this all goes because they picked up some players that haven't played together, of course. That gelling process, sometimes it takes a long time, So we'll see if they're going to catch a couple L's in the first couple weeks, just like the Miami Heat did when they first teamed up. Only time will tell, though.
Yeah, definitely. Team chemistry is always important, as seen last season. This team... the whole reason why Kevin Durant went to this team is because he said himself that this chemistry on this team last season was just incredible. He's never seen anything like it.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about chemistry, him and his top guys besides Steph Curry, they're gelling right now in the Olympics. So they're going to be playing together a little bit before the regular season starts.
Moving on to the projections of this Golden State Warriors team. This is going to be a tough one. Over under, now that they have Kevin Durant and Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, they look to have a super team, obviously besides the Knicks, in Derrick Rose's mind. That's a joke. Don't take it seriously. Over under 73-9. Where do you see this team being this upcoming season?
Under.
You don't think they could do it again?
I don't think they can do it again. And I don't think they want to do it again. They saw how much it hurt them not resting those guys. So smart thing for them is to not try to rush after that record. Just try to get a ring. And I do think, again, as I mentioned, the gelling period is going to be there. 73-9 is just ridiculous. And even with Kevin Durant on the team, I don't know if that can be replicated. I'm going to go under, probably 70 wins.
I would say either the same or under as well, around the 70 range, considering all that superstar talent. So it's going to be interesting. I would hope they're able to do it again, but that requires them to not rest their superstars. And like you said, the whole resting thing probably caught up to them in the playoffs. And You definitely want to win rings rather than having the best record. Because
the one thing they could do, now that I'm thinking about it, is they can rest, but not, of course, at the same time. Steph Curry will sit out one game, then Kevin Durant will be the main option. You know, just kind of alternate who's sitting, because they have enough stars to win games if one sits out. So, I mean, them beating that record is definitely a possibility, but I'm still going to stick with my under.
Just the amount of small ball rotations that they'll probably run. Draymond at center, Kevin Durant power forward, and Andre Iguodala. Like, that would be their death lineup.
Yeah, and we thought last year's lineup was the death lineup. Just imagine this one with Kevin Durant on it. Like,
Kevin Durant is a whole lot better than Harrison Barnes. He probably won't be missing as much threes as Harrison Barnes did in the finals, so that's always a good thing.
Definitely going to be an amazing season to watch. So many things happen this offseason. This is just one of the big ones. I'm really excited for this next season as a whole, not even just for the Warriors, but as a whole, this next season is going to be a lot of fun.
There's a lot of people saying that the NBA is ruined because of this whole Kevin Durant signing, and I have to completely disagree with them.
Yeah,
it brings excitement into the NBA. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know why you.
I
wouldn't know why you wouldn't want to see good basketball.
Yeah.
So, I know Christmas Days matchups are going to be pretty interesting, and the whole reunion with the Thunder should be interesting as well. So, it's going to be a fun season for the Warriors and for the rest of the league.
Yep.
So with that said, this is our projection for this Golden State Warriors team being number 1 once again 2 years in a row. Do you agree? Do you disagree with us? If you disagree, let us know why, because on paper there shouldn't be any disagreeing.
No.
Leave a like on this video if you did enjoy, along with sharing this on any social media. All of our social media links will be in the description below if you wish to check it out. But this is the last episode. It's crazy how this has ended so fast. What seems to be so fast.
Yeah.
2 years in a row. Major upgrade from last year. Hopefully, if I decide to do this again, we could even go further and beyond next year. Next year, there's rumors of an NBA lockout. Hopefully, that doesn't happen. But
that can be tough.
Yeah, we'll see what happens next year. If you guys show massive amount of support on this series, it'll encourage me to do it even more. And maybe I could actually put some money behind it. Originally, I found the dude who makes the Grantland graphics, and he was charging like $15 an hour. And that's a lot of money. So we'll see what happens. If you guys show a massive amount of support, I'll put in some of my money and make this as best and better as possible next year if we do this again.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to Josh and all the fans for having me over here. It was a blast. Definitely a blast recording all these videos. It's rare that I get to actually talk about basketball with someone, so I was really looking forward to it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed these 30 videos, man. That's videos. A bunch. That's a bunch of videos. And if you're at this point, you probably sat through all 30. So we appreciate you.
Yeah, much love. And I don't want to say goodbye. I don't want to say goodbye, but we're going to have to. So
until later.
Until later, yeah. We'll talk to you guys in the future, hopefully.